So let's get started. Let's start to the simple interest. Let's go.
So first we have the simple interest where we have our problem. So our problem is 3 years ago, Adrias decided to take out a loan from a community bank to help her start a small business. The bank offered her a simple interest rate of 5% per year. She used the borrowed money to purchase baking equipment, renovate her shop, and buy initial supplies. At the end of 3 years, she reviewed her loan account and saw that the total interest charged by the bank amounted to 7,500. Based on this information, determine the amount of money Adrias originally borrowed from the bank. So first, we are going to determine our GRS, which is the given, required, and solution. First, we are going to have our given. So our given is, first we are going to look for the interest. So we are going to determine is the interest where the keyword is the word interest, of course. So the interest is 7,500. Next is our percent, which is called our rate, where we can determine it through the word percentage or the symbol of percent, which is in our problem is 5%. But before we going to solve for our problem, our rate must be converted to decimal, which is we are going to move 2 numbers to the left, which is our 5% will turn into 0.05. So next is our time. We were given the time of 3 years, where in some cases, you have to take note about this, where the time is given in months, where we have to divide it into 12, which is the number of months in a year. And if it is in weeks, it will be 52 weeks in a year, while in days, it's going to vary between ordinary and exact interest. So in our problem, it's already in years, so we don't have to change anything. Next is our required. To determine our required, we are going to look for what the problem wants us to know, which is the problem is to determine the amount of money Adrias originally borrowed from the bank. So it means that we are going to look for our principal. So next, we are going to solve for our problem, which is our solution. In our solution, to get our principal, we are going to have the formula of principal is equals to interest over rate times time. So let's get from our given, which is our interest is 7,500. Our rate is 0.05 in decimal form, and our time is 3 years. So first, we are going to solve for our denominator, which is 0.05 times 3 is going to equal to 0.15. And next, we are going to divide it, and the answer will be 50,000. Therefore, 50,000 of money Adrias originally borrowed from the bank. So that is how we are going to solve for our simple interest looking for principal.
So, for now, I will teach you on how to solve a compound interest problem if you are given this kind of problem. If the interest is calculated more than once per year, then it is called compound interest. If you are given a problem, as you can observe to its problem that it should be the interest will be calculated more than once per year, then it falls under the compound interest. And in the given problem, the money being deposited is called the principal. And you can also see in the given problem that there is a annual interest rate that it can be in a decimal form if we are going to solve it. Then the number of times the money is compounded per year. And take note that to solve the compound interest problems, we need to take the given information and plug the information into the compound interest formula to solve the missing variable. Upon solving a problem, we should know the formula of the compound interest. So here is the formula of the compound interest. These are the variables that construct the formula of our compound interest problem. Here is A. This variable A is for the amount. This variable P is for the principal. Then 1 is constant. Here the R in the numerator is the rate or the interest rate that should be in a decimal form on solving. And the variable N in the denominator is the numbers of times interest that is compounded per year. And the NT here at the raised or exponent portion is the times year. And I will tell you what are the definitions of these variables. So as you can see here, these are the different variables that is part of the formula in solving the compound interest. And do not be confused in these different given variables because they are just arbitrary in solving that formula. We have here the FV that stands for the future value or the deposited amount. And we also have the variable P for the principal or amount of money being deposited. Then we have J as the annual interest rate that should be in a decimal form when we solve the problem. And the M for the number of times compounded per year. And T stands for times in years because in solving this problem, the time should be in a year. So for now, let me give you one example for compound interest and then how to solve it using the given formula. We have here an example. Miss Cinco have an investment at the bank of 10,000 pesos, grow to 14,000 pesos 500 at 3% annual interest, compounded quarterly. How many years will it take to reach this amount? Upon solving this problem, we should use the method, the GRS, which is the given. R stands for required, and S for solution. And at the end of that, if you already come up with the same answer or the same solution, we will be able to have a conclusion. So let us identify the given in the problem. Then, in the problem, it is being asked or being required that how many years. So the required in this problem is asking for the time, the years. That is the problem that we are going to find as we go for our solution. So, upon solving the solution, go get all of the value of the variables and plug it in our formula. In our future value, we have the 14,500, and for the principal is 10,000, and the constant 1 instead of the parentheses added to the rate, which is 0.03, divided by the compound quarterly, which is 4, and to the raised to the 4t. In solving this, you need your scientific calculator or the calculator in your phone. But let us use the scientific calculator in order for us to know how to use it. Upon solving this, we need to cancel out the 10,000. We need to divide both a 10,000 so that we can cancel out the 10,000 amount in this part. Then, after that, the 14,500 divided by 10,000, we will going to use it in a logarithmic way. And solving this, let us plug it in our scientific calculator, but don't forget to solve first the amount inside of the parentheses because in a row of pandas, the parentheses should be treated first. And you end up with the answer of 1.0075. After that, you will divide this 14,500 divided by 10,000. The answer is 1.45. Next, press the IN and the answer. Close parentheses. Then you will have the answer of 0.371563556 and so on. And after that, you will press the answer again and divide it into the logarithm 1.0075 or the ln 1.0075. Press the ln in your scientific calculator, open parentheses, then press the 1.0075 and close parentheses. We have 49.72, 73, 57, 94. After that, press the answer again and divide it to the compound quarterly, which is 4. Divided to compound quarterly, which is 4. Then we have the answer 12.43183947. So in this part, we will have the rounding off. And always take note that do not do the rounding off the process of solving the answer. We get 12.43. So in our time, this is the answer for our compound interest problem. So I hope that really helps everyone and to our viewers to know how to solve compound interest as well as simple interest problem. So thank you and see you in our next vlog and problem solving video.